Hello and welcome to your East Idaho planning briefing for Wednesday, August 19th. My name is Alex from the National Weather Service in Pocatello, taking you through the briefing this morning. Taking a look at a weather impact summary, we will continue to see record and near record heat through today. We'll see a brief break in the heat for Thursday and Friday, but near record heat may return this weekend. And we won't see much of a relief though on Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will only drop a couple of degrees from today. We'll see some isolated to scattered thunderstorm activity with gusty outflow winds being the main threat. The best chance for scattered thunderstorm activity will be near the Montana border, specifically zones 411 and 476. And then attention turns to some red flag conditions, particularly over portions of the Snake Plain, the Arco Desert in particular on Thursday. And even after Thursday, the relative humidity will remain low. We'll lose the gusty winds on Friday, and particularly during the weekend. And the low relative humidity should last all the way into early next week. Taking a look at the satellite view this morning, we can see these blues and greens. These are indicative of some showers and isolated thunderstorms that are working through the region right now with a weak area of low pressure. If you look off to the southwest, you can see some clearing. That clearing will build into the area as we head through the morning. And that'll set the stage for the redevelopment in thunderstorm activity for this afternoon and early evening. Taking a look at your weather impact overview matrix, we're highlighting the heat for Wednesday as heat advisories continue across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, and South Hills. Hot, but not quite record levels for other areas across the region. And then highlighting the thunderstorm threat, like we mentioned, across the Montana border region. For tomorrow, winds and low relative humidity will be the main concern across the Snake Plain. We'll see winds and low relative humidity all across East Idaho on Thursday as well, but not quite to the critical fire weather thresholds. Friday, the winds will be lighter, but the low relative humidity will remain. And then we will once again see some heat concerns for over the weekend. Here's a look at the forecast radar. As we go through the day, you can see the scattered thunderstorm activity that's expected across portions of the Salmon Chalice National Forest and the areas near the Montana border. We could see a resurgence in isolated thunderstorms overnight tonight, but much drier conditions are expected for Thursday. Let's give you one more run through it. There's the thunderstorm activity forecast for this afternoon and early evening hours. And we have a red flag warning out for zones 476 and 411 for that. Here's a look at the chance for the isolated thunderstorm activity resurging overnight tonight. And if we see any shower or thunderstorm activity on Thursday, it should be very isolated in coverage. High temperatures today remaining hot at near record levels. And mentioned the slight cool down, but we'll see those temperatures pump back up to near record levels over the weekend, and you can see that reflected here. And the main fire weather concern for Thursday will be the low relative humidity and gusty winds, so a red flag warning looks like a pretty good bet for zone 410 for Thursday. We will see some gusty winds and low relative humidity outside of zone 410 as well, but not quite enough coverage to warrant a red flag warning. And as I mentioned, the low relative humidity continues for Friday, but winds will be below the critical thresholds. The weekend looks very similar to this, and we'll start to see a slight increase in humidity early next week, but remaining hot and dry certainly through the weekend. So to summarize, record and near record heat continues today, returns this weekend. We'll see some isolated to scattered thunderstorms, gusty outflow winds and frequent lightning being the main threats from those this afternoon, early evening. And then the red flag conditions likely over portions of the Snake Plain, like we mentioned, particularly zone 410 for Thursday. And then dry and hot conditions continuing for the weekend. That concludes the briefing for today. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, we welcome those to the phone number, email, or social media channels you see here. Otherwise, please join us again Thursday for the Thursday edition of the Hazard Briefing. Thank you.